Welcome guys, in this video, I will share with you my top 100 tips and tricks that you need to know as a PUBG mobile player, and I hope these tips will help you to become a better player in this game. Whenever you're fighting in an open field, don't remain focused on the same enemy for too long. Try to look around and pay attention to your surroundings, because gunfire attracts your enemies like nothing else in this game. Here is an example. What will happen if you don't care about your surroundings while fighting in an open field? These guys are too busy fighting with their opponents, and didn't even bother to spot a moving car in an open field. This is also known as tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is basically focusing on the same enemy for too long, and this is what exactly happens if you are in tunnel vision. Change your position when you think you have been spotted, or when you fired at someone. When you kill an enemy, or fire at someone, you will make a gunfire sound which will reveal your intel or location. And the gun sound will attract the players who are near you, especially the ones who are behind you. And this will be the result of staying in the same location. So always try to change your position when you fire at someone. And also don't loot immediately after killing an enemy, because the nearby players can hear you, and it will be the most common mistake that everyone can make. Always leave one bullet in your magazine in order to reload faster. For example, we have here M416. If we reload from 0 bullets, it would take us 1.5 seconds. But if you have 1 or more bullets in your magazine, it would take 1.3 seconds to reload. So this would save 0.2 seconds, which may save you in some situations. But if we take a look at weapons like DP29 or M249, the difference would be bigger. To fully reload DP28 would take 5.4 seconds, and when you leave 1 or more bullets in the magazine, it would take 4.4 seconds, so it will save you about 1 second in reloading time, and this trick will definitely help you in some situations if you can remember. If you jump down from a high place, you make a sound. But if you punch while jumping down, you won't make any sound. Few examples. The enemy is punching while jumping. No sound. Jump without a punch. You can hear the sound. When you're traveling to zone in a vehicle and when you want to heal, you have to stop your vehicle and heal. This takes around 3 to 5 seconds, and sometimes more if you press the reverse button to stop the vehicle. The best thing you can do is change your seat and start using first aid kit or any heals. This is the fastest way to stop the vehicle, and this will save few seconds. Be unpredictable. Use tactics that people never seen before. Don't use the same strategy as everyone else. It may work sometimes, but it won't work always. So come up with your own strategy, and your enemies will be dead before they even understand what happened. Huh? I will give you 3 tips on how to rush into a building. When rushing into any building, throw as many grenades as possible. When doing these, you're forcing your enemies to either move or die. Both gives you an advantage. If you're lucky and got a knock, then push without any hesitation. As the other player would be reviving, you will get an advantage over it. If you directly rush into a house without any information, you will instantly die, because campers are everywhere. Instead, see if you could find your enemies through windows, and make the kill without entering into building at all. But sometimes your enemy will be very well aware that you're out there wanting to kill them, and they won't just peek out from the window allowing you to kill them. But in these situations, you should always keep changing positions, and it will confuse your enemy. If you think your enemy is camping on the first floor, try to get the high ground and see if you could find your enemies from nearby buildings. And the best trick here is the fake grenade trick. Throw a smoke grenade, and when the enemy hears the grenade sound, he will be forced to move as it might be frag grenade. Push immediately to find your enemy running away. And the next tip is one knock push strategy. This strategy is used by many pro players. As soon as you knock one enemy, just push with your full squad, because they have one man down. Their gunpowder would be low, so you can take advantage of it. And this strategy is powerful in the close and mid range, not effective in long ranges, but still, you could give a try, but the enemy will be revived. Suppose you're in the middle of a gunfight and your health is so low, so you have to use health kits to heal up, but you're covered by multiple enemies. So in this type of situations, you have to throw the Molotov in the entrance area, where your enemies will most likely to come from. Anyway, the Molotovs will burn for about 9 seconds. That's enough time for you to use the first aids. But even if the players came through the Molotov, they will lose about 80 to 90% of their health, so you can kill them easily, or some enemies will get knocked immediately. If you want to shoot a moving vehicle from a house, just jump on the window and crouch, or prone depending on the distance and situation, and start shooting. In this way, you will get a much better view and angle, so it makes easier for you to kill them. Always focus on the driver. Taking down the driver is always the priority, because once the driver is taken out, the car will hit the brake and stop. The other guys would have to react quickly to take the driver's seat or to do anything. If you have a full team, then it's easy to spray down the vehicle, but the driver is always the priority. Of course, you can blow up the vehicle if you have full team, it's a lot easier. Don't stand still. No matter which place you are in, you can still get shots from any direction, so always keep moving, especially when someone is trying to snipe you. It will be very hard for them to hit you. Tip number 6. Bait your enemies with loot. This trick works best when two different enemies are fighting, and one wins the fight and goes to loot them. It is your time to kill the enemy, while he is looting peacefully. 80% of the time people tends to loot immediately after killing someone, so you can take advantage of that situation.